Hey guys, Jazzy Thoughts here. So, trying out something new. I'm going to tell you guys what I read for the month of May. I'm still in the middle of 2 books, so I'll finish those towards the end and then start my next log. I got a reading log as a Christmas exchange gift one year, and I kind of liked keeping track of the books I read. I know you can do it on Goodreads and some of the other stuff, but I read a mix of electronic books and paper and hardback, so I like being able to kind of write it down myself. My sister got me this cute little notebook that says Book Nerd on here, and so this is what I've been using since I filled up my other reading logs instead of buying a new one. So my first book this month was Legendborn, which we had the video for that, and I can put a link down in the description. It was really good, lots of twists and turns. Again, it was pushed into kind of 4 sections, so it was a little bit of a longer read for the month. It was a big hardback book, so a little bit harder to take with me everywhere, but really did enjoy that one. The next book I read was Twice Scorned, Lady of Shadows by Annette Marie. So she has the Guild books, the Guild Unveiled with, or the Guild Demon Code, and then this is a spin-off with Zack and Saber's story, and this is the 3rd book in that series. And this one was really good since we finally got kind of the prequel and information out of the way. A lot of the questions were answered and some powers were given. The last book comes out, I believe, in September, and really excited for that in the conclusion. But I've enjoyed all of the Guild books and the related stuff. There's another one with Kit Morris, and it's like mind warped with warping powers, which is fun. The next one I read is Yuletide Punch. So Cameron O'Connell and Shayne Silvers have built this temple verse. So Shayne writes Nate and Callie on his own, and then Cameron and him together write Quinn. And so Yuletide Punch came out around Christmas time. I was a little behind on the series, and the book wasn't bad. It was a lot of time in the Norse realm, but Quinn had lost her memories for the last 6 months, and so she was really just kind of trying to figure out what was going on, where she was, and why she was there. And so Cameron and Shayne tend to get these kind of brain warp, convoluted stories and still trying to figure out exactly where it fits. And it had a little bit of a cliffhanger there. So the next one I read is Wings of Mercy by Stephanie Mirro, and that was the last book in her Phoenix series. And it starts out with a phoenix as a thief, and then the ending, there's whole other realms being explored. There's fairies, there's angels, there's witches. There's a whole lot of everything, but it was a really good finale, pretty action-packed, and a lot of different uses of people's time and strategies. So, catching up on Shayne Silvers, I read Dark Horse, and that came after Yuletide Punch, and everybody's trying to figure out why Nate's called the Dark Horse. The Godchild kind of made that name and trying to figure out what it is. So it does get explained in the book, but there's a lot of a journey in trying to figure out who's who and the bad guy and exactly why. Let's see, next I read was Death and the Girl Next Door by Darynda Jones, and she writes the Charlie Davidson series, and this one was a girl set in high school, and it definitely has the Darynda Jones feel for the books. She has kind of a sense of humor and a dry wit for writing that sometimes you're just like, wait, did I miss something? But it was really fun. I have the next book in the series coming, so I think I'll finish that up hopefully here soon. And it was a little confusing, but it was definitely her writing style. The next one was Of Claws and Fangs, which you guys will get the video for that, hopefully. And I went a little bit longer than I thought, but I really enjoyed the Beast story and some of the ones with Angie Baby. After that, I read Dying of the Light. That was by Jonathan Yanez, and it's the Hunters for Hire series. Love Johnny. He's a whole lot of fun. And in this book, he's kind of solving 2 or 3 different problems, and like Baba Yaga's in there, and she calls Johnny her boy, and a couple of the bad guys get together. Really good ending. There was a thread picked up from the last book that kind of upset readers. It was a nice ending to have for that character. I'm still currently reading Nightwalker by Jocelyn Drake. That was one of the books that came in the Bubbles and Books box. And it's okay. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's about a vampire and teaming up with this other hunter to get rid of these people called the Naturi. They have elemental powers. And so right now I'm about in the middle. The writing's a little bit small. I've been making it really big writing on my Kindle so I can carry it around while I do stuff in chores. But this one's just kind of, it's not bad, it's just not gripping me where I feel like I need to read it all the time. I read Cursed Vampire by Brogan Thomas, and this one was fun. It was a standalone in a world. So she has a couple of different standalones all set in the same world, but it's not technically recurring characters. And this one, the chick is half unicorn, half vampire. And of course, when I saw that in the cover, she had like rainbow hair, I was like, I got to, right? So I did, and it was fun. It had some dark elements and themes to the book, but I did get really sucked into the middle and wished to learn more about the characters, but it ended in a decent way that you're not too upset that it's a standalone. And I probably didn't need to get sucked into another series because I've got a lot hanging out there. Then I read the arc of Snakebite by Cameron O'Connell and Shayne Silver. So this one follows Yuletide Punch, and it was a lot better than I expected because it gives you a lot of the holes and threads that you've seen. So this is book 14, I believe. Shayne has 16 books and Callie has, I think, 13 or 14. And so this book kind of pulls in stuff from all of the books, and you're having to remember, like, oh, when was this and how is it relevant there? And then, of course, you know, it gives you more questions, but you do get a lot of answers to kind of set up the next arc of the book series. A little bit confusing because, you know, we're jumping through time. And then lastly, I am still working on, because I've started reading it towards the end of the month, Rock of Banished Souls by Alex Polak. And this is the 4th book in his magic series, and we're following Gavin after his magic gets unlocked by this change into the world, and they're fighting the Order who's using magic for nefarious purposes. Oh, my kitty boop's being bad back there. And so I've really enjoyed those books. It is a little bit of a slower read because they're trying to figure out stuff, how to take down the Order, but it's good. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll throw some pictures up of the covers as I'm looking over the books, and let me know if you like it and what you think, and I can do another one for next month. All right, thanks. Bye.